Hi, everyone. I think we're live now. Hello and welcome to Freeplay 2020. My name is Chad Toprak. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm the director of Freeplay, the world's longest running independent games festival. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that Freeplay hosts and broadcasts from the stolen lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations, where stories have been shared and games have been played since time immemorial. We pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging, and to anyone watching who has a connection to the world's oldest continuing culture. Sovereignty was never ceded, and the violence of the colonial project is still ongoing. Freeplay also stands in solidarity with Black communities, both here and around the world, against prejudice, injustice, and violence. Black Lives Matter is not a new or revolutionary statement, but it is one that needs to be said and said again and said louder. Freeplay's theme this year is belonging, and it's a theme that I came up with before all the struggles of 2020, before all the challenges, before all the protests against police brutality, before Ramadan, and before 1.8 billion people around the world were fasting during sunrise and sunset, before COVID-19 pandemic kind of outbreak and lockdowns began, and before the Australian bushfires. And after each and every event, I felt like the theme belonging became more and more relevant and significant. And the more I began asking myself what it meant to belong to a community, to a group of friends, to a world society. And I just like to read our theme statement for this year, which is up on our website. So it goes something like this: safety, comfort, inclusion, connection, purpose. These aren't just feelings that we as humans value. They're things we need. These needs are best fulfilled when we know we belong to a place, to a community, to a tight-knit circle of friends. In 2020, Freeplay would like to spend some time exploring and unpacking what it means to belong, from how and where we as game makers contribute to society or to broader arts, to how we are practicing self-care and community care. These are questions that only become more relevant in an era of global pandemic. What are we playing? How are we staying in touch? How are we looking out for ourselves and one another? What games and art do others need from us right now? And what do we need to make for ourselves? How are we as an industry continuing to survive and continuing to have critical conversations around the cultures we live, make, and celebrate? Freeplay is more than just a celebration of independent games. Freeplay is a festival that embraces and encourages critical, open, and brave conversations. We strive to question, challenge, share, and discuss the issues that we face as an industry, as an art form, as a creative community, and within our own practices. It's more than just an opportunity for developers and artists to share their games, their postmortems, their tools, etc. It's a space where we can gather to have these hard, challenging, and bold conversations on and around the cultures and systems in which we live and operate in, whether or not they relate to the games industry. Being a game developer does not void us of our responsibility as artists and as citizens. Yet we can only do so effectively when we feel safe, when we feel included, when we care, and when we have a sense of belonging. And so that's what this year's theme is about. So yeah, once again, welcome to Freeplay 2020. Before I dive in to have a quick brief look at the schedule, I wanted to thank some of our partners and our sponsors and the festival team. So a huge thank you goes to City of Melbourne. City of Melbourne, our local council, has been consistently in support of Freeplay over the last 3 or so years of me being director, and we're truly honoured and humbled by their ongoing support. I'd like to thank our program partners, VMDO, the Victorian Music Development Office, and VoiceWorks for coming on board as partners in our program. I'd also like to thank Knowledge Melbourne for their support in this year's program as well. I'd like to thank our local sponsors, Mountains, Hipster Whale, League of Geeks, and our award sponsor, House. I'd like to give a huge shout out to our festival team who've gone above and beyond with their work for Freeplay this year. It's been a huge challenge to actually convert everything to a digital festival. It's a little sad that we aren't able to see you all in person this year, but we're very blessed to be able to provide a digital alternative. A huge shout out goes to all the judges that helped judge the Freeplay Awards this year. Thank you so much for your time. And yeah, I very much look forward to hearing who our Freeplay 2020 winners are. The awards finalists have already been announced, and you can find them on our awards page. I want to thank my partner Helen for her continued support. I want to thank my housemates for being so understanding, and I want to thank my cat Aslan. And I'm sure I've forgotten a bunch of people as well, so I do apologize in advance. There's a few things that I want to point out. I think firstly is that we still have t-shirts available for sale. You can find them on our website if you just hit the ticks and merch button on the front page. The ticket sales for the t-shirts will end at the very end of the festival, upon which we'll order all the t-shirts and then begin processing and shipping them out. We have 3 participatory sessions this year for you to sign up to. And places are limited, so if you're interested in signing up to them, I would hop on our schedule page and find those sessions and then hit the sign up here button for you to sign up. So the first of which is the mock video game auditions session hosted by Amy Smith, who's a professional voice actor. That session's almost filled up. And so if you're interested in attending that, that's on Thursday, 11th of June at 3 p.m. Other than that, we have on the Saturday at 11 a.m. the video chat games adapted from improv comedy session hosted by Melissa and Doug. That session's actually limited to 12 participants, even less than the others. So if you're interested in signing up for that, make sure you check that out. And the final one is the zine making workshop hosted by Tegan Webb. And the zine making workshops are one of my favorites from previous years. We've had those zine making workshops both in 2018 and 19, and they're just such a cozy session to join in for. And so, yeah, if you're interested in making zines live online, hop on that. And yeah, we have the awards ceremony on the Sunday at 7 p.m, hosted by our MC, Jonathan Ribok, that I'm super looking forward to. We've got some exciting stuff planned for that. But yeah, other than that, we have a bunch of really cool sessions ranging from short talks to panels. We have like a micro talk session on the Saturday at 5 p.m. We have a bushwalk in Red Desert Render on the Thursday night. We have a couple of performances in the form of readings that will happen on the Thursday and Friday night. Definitely look out for those. Those will be fantastic. And I guess most importantly is our keynote, which will happen at 5 p.m. today, hosted by award-winning game designer Bahia Khan from Johannesburg, South Africa. And she'll be talking about her work and belonging and her experiences in that as well. If you've been on our website, you've probably noticed the beautiful and gorgeous artwork created by this year's artist, Cecile Richard. They have done an excellent job, and I'm very, very grateful to have Cecile on board. Both Goldie, Marigold Bartlett, and Cecile work together to give you the amazing visual art that you see this year. Cecile was also on board last year for anyone who attended Parallels 2019 during Melbourne International Games Week. Cecile always does excellent work, and so I'm very happy to have had them on board again. I'm trying to think of, and so we have, despite being a digital festival, we have somehow managed to cram our schedule to the very max, and we have almost 70 speakers this year. That's a lot of speakers. I was a little afraid that, after COVID-19 happened and we lost some funding, and we thought that maybe this year's Freeplay might have to scale down a bit. We cut down the festival from 7 days down to 5, because I thought maybe we wouldn't be able to fill in the schedule. But yeah, wow, like we have a jam-packed schedule, and I'm super proud of everyone that's presenting. We have such amazing talks that range from all sorts of different topics, whether they're in, around, or outside of games. Our award finalists are fantastic. I've heard from so many people already saying that they know very little people or very little games that are finalists this year, and I think that's such an amazing compliment to hear that Freeplay is continually uncovering new and emerging artists and new work. And I hope that those games kind of end up going to some really amazing places, whether it's larger festivals or conferences, or winning awards from different places, or getting good sales online and things like that. So I wish all those finalists the very best. Yeah, I don't know if I have much else to add to that. I also want to thank the festival, the Freeplay board, for all of their support. I'm so blessed to have such a supportive board who just trust in me and allow me to do what I do, and are always constantly asking if they can support me in any way. And I'm very blessed for that as well. So yeah, anyway, It's great to see you all in the chat. Hello, everyone. And yeah, I hope you have a fantastic festival. I'll be around occasionally, kind of hopping in and doing an acknowledgement of country and introducing the sessions. You may see other people from the Freeplay Festival team doing that as well. But yeah, otherwise, I hope you have a delightful Freeplay, and yeah, take it easy, stay safe, look after one another, sending you all my love, and yeah, thank you.